Jasmine, and today we're going to go over how to layer for the winter. And this video is going to be perfect if you just recently moved to a cold place like me, literally last year moving to New York City. If you are in that position, or maybe you're literally just looking for some cute outfit inspo for the winter, or honestly just here for the vibes, well, you're welcome to stay. I ended up coming up with a really simple formula on how to dress yourself for the winter. I called it the 1-2-3 formula, and basically what it stands for is 1 layer, 2 bottoms, and 3 tops. Just a note that this video is intended for weather up to about 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, everyone's body handles different temperatures differently, but this is just what works for me. If it's below 20 degrees Fahrenheit, which recently in New York with the winter storm warnings, it has definitely been below 20 degrees Fahrenheit, you will probably have to add a lot more layers, and your outer layers and accessories will most likely need to be a lot thicker than whatever I suggested in this video. I'm gonna be showing you 3 different occasions that we will be dressing for. So we'll be using this formula for 1 casual outfit, an elevated, more going out type of outfit, and also a formal outfit. So let's get to it. Usually whenever I pick my outfits, this goes for the fall or the winter or literally any season, I always like to start with my outerwear pieces as the base piece that kind of guides the direction of where my outfit is going. And if I don't have to wear any outerwear, let's say if it's the summer, I usually start with my shoes as the base. And so what I'll do is I'll literally look at the weather and be like, okay, well, what does the weather require me to wear today? Is it raining? Is it snowing? I don't know. So that's usually what I start with. But yeah, for casual wear, I will usually wear my puffer jacket. To be honest, I don't really have another option. So that's what we have for today. I will say another slightly more elevated option you could do would be like a shearling leather jacket. I've been wanting one for years, but girl can't afford it right now. Also, I'm just like really picky, so you know, we're gonna stick with a puffer jacket. This is my puffer jacket. It's a brown super puff that's like medium length. Got this one from Aritzia. I don't really shop Aritzia, to be honest, because I just don't love supporting fast fashion brands. Usually whenever I shop, I like to opt for secondhand options first, and I just like couldn't find anything that I really wanted. And even when I looked for like sustainable brands, I wasn't sure where to get a puffer jacket that was the style that I was looking for. Oh well. Once we've decided what the outerwear is gonna be, let's think about what bottoms we can match with it. We're gonna choose 2 bottoms. We're gonna think about what we're gonna be wearing on the outside and also on the inside. My go-to bottom to wear with my puffer jacket for the outer layer is usually some like wide leg yoga pants. These are said yoga pants. These are, oh, backwards. They are secondhand Athleta from ThredUp. I think I got them for like $23. Don't quote me on that. I don't really remember. But I absolutely love them, and I think they're so easy and comfortable to wear. This would be my outer layer, and I would usually wear leggings underneath. My leggings are in the dirty right now, so we're just gonna pretend that I have them, and we're just gonna substitute my stockings instead. So yeah, this is gonna be my bottom layer. Okay, next we're gonna move on to the tops, and following the formula, we're going to be putting on at least 3 different tops. So I'm gonna pick some out for us to put on. Okay, so I've chosen 3 tops to layer, and the key is really to stick with mostly like thin layers so you don't end up looking bulky in the end. So what I have is just like a really simple base layer, and then we have a cardigan that we're gonna be able to wear on top of it. It's not super thick, not super fuzzy, just like a really simple cardigan. And then we're gonna be putting this brown pullover on top. And something to keep in mind if you really want to go for some extra warmth and maybe wear a long sleeve base layer is to consider buying a merino wool top. I suggest merino wool because it really helps keep you insulated. It's a nice thin base layer to have, and I think it's a great base layer layer to have for any outfit throughout the winter to help keep you warm and insulated. So unlike synthetic fibers, it is going to biodegrade over time, and I just personally like to advocate for using sustainable pieces when you can. I know it can be a bit pricey, so maybe you could consider trying some secondhand options, but that's just a suggestion from me. I know you're probably asking, girl, why aren't you wearing merino wool? Well, it's because I've been trying to buy one and it's been out of stock, and yeah, it's just the timing has not aligned for me to have it for this video. For now, we're gonna use this, and yeah. Okay, so I have my first layer on, and to actually make this long sleeve, I'm going to be using this black shrug that I have, and we're just gonna put this on. This is my alternative to not having a merino wool top. Yeah, this is the first top of the 3 tops. Now we're gonna be putting the second layer top on. Looks like this so far. If you ever had to slowly take your layers off, this still works. And now we're going to be putting the 3rd layer of tops on. Okay, so this is what we look like with the 3rd layer on. Once again, if you slowly wanted to ever take your outerwear piece off, still looking good. And because we're wearing thin layers underneath, it's not super noticeable, doesn't look too bulky, and this is what we got. And now let's move on to putting back our outerwear piece on. Okay, so this is what it looks like. The last step is going to be to accessorize and put my shoes on, which with these, I'm just gonna be wearing my white sneakers. Whenever I accessorize, my usual go-to combination is some sort of headwear piece to keep my head warm, a scarf, and gloves. But if your outerwear piece comes with a hoodie, then the headwear is really optional. I just like to wear headwear because I think it's cute, so yeah, let's go get some accessories. So first we're gonna start by putting on a scarf. For this one, I am using my husband's black fuzzy scarf. We just share things, and why would we need 2 when we can have 1? So yeah, that's what I'm wearing. I usually like to wear it like this. If you want a tutorial on how to style your scarves for the winter, then drop a comment for that down below. For my headwear, I'm actually gonna put on some earmuffs. There's a few other options that you could do, like a baseball cap, but I'm going to be doing earmuffs. So this is what it looks like with my earmuffs on, and now we're just gonna add my gloves, bag, and shoes. You can like barely see my mouth in this outfit. But yes, this is the casual vibes. Ooh. I have my bag. You can wear a tote bag to make it more casual, or like a fanny pack, my sneakers, earmuffs, everything. Some alternative options you could do for headwear is you can wear like a baseball cap and wrap the scarf around your head. But yeah, this is the first outfit option. For our next outfit, we're going to go for a slightly more elevated going out look. So I'm going to be wearing one of my coats. Let me go grab it. We're gonna be using this plaid and other stories coat as a guide for the look. I believe I got this one secondhand on Depop for like 200 bucks or something like that. This is gonna be our North Star. Next, we're going to choose our bottom layer, of course. And so for this one, we're actually gonna be wearing some jeans. So let me go grab them. For this outfit, we're gonna be pairing my Days Denim far out high-rise wide leg jeans with our plaid coat. And basically we're just gonna swap out my wide leg leggings for the jeans, but keep the stockings on underneath. I do recommend leggings because they're thicker and warmer, but once again, don't have that, so bear with my stockings for now. This is what it looks like so far with my jeans. And next we're gonna move on to choosing our 3 layers of tops, and I'm gonna go pick those out right now. So I have my tops. For the first layer, I'm actually just gonna keep the layer that I have on right now. But for this look, you can literally just wear any low neckline long sleeve top underneath. And then next we're going to wear this white plissé button up top on top of it. What it looks like so far. I know it doesn't look the best, but we're not done yet, so we're gonna go add the sweater on top. So for this look, I'm actually gonna pop my collars out like this so you can see them a little bit more, and it looks a little bit more intentional. I'm a little upset at myself because I actually cropped this cardigan and I feel like it should be a little bit longer. It was my fault for cropping it too short, but you know, I'm using it anyways because I still like it. It works. And now we're going to put the coat on top. This is what the outfit looks like. You can choose to either pop the collars out again or leave them in. I think I'm actually gonna pop it out again. No, okay, I don't like that. We're gonna put it back in. And now we're going to add the accessories. For this look, I'm going to be using my red wool scarf. I like it because it adds a little pop of color to the outfit and it also matches the checkered print on the coat. I'm actually gonna use the scarf both as my headwear piece and neck piece. So I kind of just wrapped it around my head like a balaclava, and it totally just gives me Russian babushka vibes. Personally, I love this look paired with some sunglasses, so I'm gonna go get some right now. This is what the outfit looks like with the sunglasses. I also decided to just add my gloves, bag, and shoes. You could totally wear this just when you're going out with the girlies for some brunch. This outfit totally gives me vibes from like an old vintage movie. Maybe that's just me, but yeah, this is the elevated casual going out look. For the last type of look that we're gonna do, we're gonna be doing a more formal type of outfit for if you're going to, let's say, a date night. Maybe you're going to the opera or some classical music concert. This is an option for maybe some type of outfit we would be putting together. And for this one, I'm gonna be pulling out my vintage mink fur coat. This beautiful mink fur coat I got secondhand from a housing works in New York City, and I am like absolutely obsessed with it. The fur, the quality just looks so plush and nice, and I've been dreaming of a fur coat like this for 2 years already. It's definitely giving mob wife trend, but I'm pretty obsessed because this is classic. Now let's go pick out what we're gonna be wearing underneath. For this outfit, we're actually going to change it up a little bit, but we're still gonna be using the same formula. I'm actually gonna be wearing a long dress. This is a vintage piece that I got from East Dallas Vintage. Absolutely obsessed with it. I've worn it so many times. And we're going to layer this dress up, but once again, the secret is thin layers. So for the bottom, we're still gonna be wearing 2 layers. Because it's a longer dress, it is a little bit easier to hide. For the bottom layer, we're gonna start off with these skin tone layered stockings. And then for the top layer, I'm going to wear my black sheer stockings on top of it. But another alternative is you can swap it for some leggings. Once again, if you want something a little bit warmer, or something I don't have that I've also been meaning to get is you can get those shearling lined fleece leggings. Those will definitely keep you warm if you want something to wear underneath without maybe layering stockings on top of stockings, but because I don't have them, we're just gonna wear 2 stockings. Yeah. So this is what the dress looks like on, and I'm gonna start by putting my skin tone stockings on underneath first. Once again, we're gonna put on the second layer of stockings or leggings if you want something a little warmer. Okay, so this is what it looks like with my double layer of stockings on. Maybe you can see a little bit of my stockings over here, but it's okay because we're gonna cover that up. So the next step is, once again, we're going to layer with 3 tops. So let's go grab the tops. Okay, so underneath my dress, first we're gonna start off with this black long sleeve mock neck top because it's super easy to just literally layer anything on top of it. And then to add just a little bit of more layers, not that it's gonna add that much warmth, we're going to add this black lace sheer mock neck on top to kind of add some texture to that first layer that we're gonna put on. And then finally, on top of those 2, we're going to be adding this black bustier. So all of that is gonna go underneath this dress, so it's gonna be a little bit more warm and layered up. Okay, so this is what the dress looks like layered up. Still don't look like a marshmallow. Still looks good. So yeah, this is the outfit so far. Now let's add our coat on. For this one, I decided to wear my black beret. Of course, gotta have the leather gloves, my black sunglasses. If you're going out for like brunch or something, maybe not at night, unless you're going for that, well, that works too. A cute little vintage purse, and I have some black slingback heels, although maybe not the best if you're gonna be walking in the snow, unless you get an Uber or something or driving. I guess that's fine. I decided not to wear a scarf because I felt like that would be overkill and my neck is already covered up. So I think for this one in particular, we're okay. But if you did want to swap the headwear piece for a scarf balaclava style, you could also do that. But yeah, this is the look. Now, rather than a dress, if you wanted to go for something else, you could literally also wear this outfit with a skirt. You can totally do the double layering thing with the stockings or the shearling stockings. You could also wear this outfit with trousers and some boots instead if you want to go for some pant options. But yeah, this is the vibe for the more formal occasion. Okay, so that was it, guys. Those were my tips on how to layer for the winter. Keep in mind that this is literally just what works for me. You're allowed to break rules. This is not absolute. Do whatever works best for you, but I do hope that you were able to get something out of this. And if you have tips yourself on how you layer for the winter, then please share it down in the comment section below. And I hope that you have a wonderful start to the year. So until then, I will see you next time. Bye.